Our tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Both men with 19 career victories. The Swarm comes in 1 pound under the optimal, but I'm still sure he's very happy. He has a huge reach advantage, and we bring it back over to Michael C. Williams.
Live on CBS Sports Network, Bellator MMA now features heavyweight set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, the blue corner. At 6'1", weighing in 252.1 pounds. Tonight, finally, his Bellator debut as he enters with 19 professional victories, 7 losses. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Natal, Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, presenting Ronny Marks. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 6'4", weighing in 239 pounds, even as a professional. 19 wins, 8 defeats. From Milton Keynes, England, presenting Linton, the Swarm Vassell. In charge, your referee, Yves Levine.
Yves Levine, our referee for this heavyweight confrontation. A 2-time title challenger at 205, now a heavyweight, Linton Vassell. Against the veteran, Ronny Marks.
Fight!
Here we go! Tonight's fight clock presented by Geico. Linton Vassell in the red gloves, Ronny Marks in the blue gloves. Both men with 19 career wins. Bellator debut for the Brazilian Ronny Marks.
Ronny Marks has had a lot of time to practice his stand-up, and the guys he's doing it with at Extreme Couture have definitely said that his level has changed. He's getting hit by guys like Francis Ngannou every day in practice, so he is used to banging with the big boys and feeling power and working his way through it.
We've seen the ascension of Tim Johnson coming out of that camp. And if Ronny Marks can echo the year that 2020 has been for Tim Johnson, watch out heavyweights, Ronny Marks is going to be a factor.
Well, Ronny Marks is one of Tim Johnson's training partners and vice versa. And it's all of that time with those kinds of guys that has really given Ronny Marks a lot of confidence when it comes to being in the stand-up, because we know he's really good on the ground.
Being led by Ray Seppo in the striking game, never bad at all.
Even though that was a failed takedown attempt by Ronny Marks, this is exactly where he wants to be, John.
It's not a bad thing to be, but it's not real good having Linton Vassell on top of you. I am telling you, in the top position on the ground, Linton Vassell is trouble.
Linton Vassell said his top pressure isn't what people are used to dealing with. Joshi said he keeps his hips heavy. He's realized how his body works for him. He's got that large frame, which makes him very difficult to deal with.
He's got muscles on muscles on muscles that I didn't even know existed until I met this man.
He is the essence of, remember when Alistair, we called him Uberim. Yep. When Alistair Uberim was just huge. Well, Linton Vassell is the perfect match for the body that Alistair Overeem had in the past. Linton Vassell carries that now.
And when Rumble says somebody's strong, I believe it.
No, I compare him a lot to Chet Congo, one of our other heavyweights. This, you know, Chet Congo being what, 44, 45 years old, but looks like a Greek god. And Linton Vassell is in that same boat, not quite as old, but just built physically like a physical specimen.
Yep. Neil Melanson used to be one of the coaches of Linton Vassell when it came to grappling, and Neil would talk about how strong Linton was, but how heavy he was when he was on top, and how good his positioning is. And we're seeing that right now, because you're seeing Ronny Marks he's trying to just leverage him up, get that body weight going, get those hips a little high, and it's not working right now.
Well, what he's trying to do is he's trying to work that unhooked side, and he's trying to hit that Lucas Ledge sweep, that half guard sweep. He couldn't get to it, so he pushed him back right into full guard.
Ronny Marks, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Linton, make your shots count, baby.
Former training partner of our own American gangster, Chael Sonnen. That was his first stop when he made his way to the States.
Relax in there, and then you throw a hard shot. Okay, give me one hard shot. Vamos pôr o pé no quadril, põe agora de gancho, Ronny. Fica na fechada, não vai sair daí.
This type of pressure will test your gas tank.
Rony, tem que abrir essa guarda e trabalhar o gancho, Ronny. Aí, ó.
We get the half guard there. Through the middle.
Balança, levanta. Vai. Boa, vai sair.
John, we probably should talk a little bit. Like you said, Ronny Marks hasn't fought at heavyweight in 1,000 days. Having to learn how to carry somebody else's weight. Sure, you train with all of these people, but training is way different than a fight. Let's just be honest.
Totally different. And the real difference is you can't go 100% in training. And sometimes in the fight, you're definitely going that 100%, everything you have, 110. And you are having to put out that energy, and you get tired in a different way.
And it's 1,406, John.
Details.
Stabilize, good position, and then keep it.
Ronny Marks had him in the lockdown position there where he was that Eddie Bravo style lockdown where he's holding him in place, but what he needs to do is go back to that Lucas Leite kind of half guard sweep, trying to get back up to get on top.
Or he can use that lockdown to get sweeps like the electric chair sweep. There's ways of doing things with it. You just got to start getting that movement going.
That electric chair sweep is hard to get though when someone is as long as Linton Vassell is.
True.
And we're seeing Ronny already kind of have that problem and issue trying to get that other side underhook on the leg.
15 segundos, tá bem. Respira, tranquilo.
A lot of pressure applied by the Swarm in round one.
Break!
Round two, red gloves for Linton Vassell, blue gloves for Ronny Marks. The corner of Linton Vassell, no surprise, very pleased with the start of this fight.
All week, John, I talked about whichever fighter was able to get on top and control the position was going to win this fight. That's what we saw so far in the first round. I'm not saying it's going to continue to go on for the second and third round, but I think whoever does get to the top position, by both of these fighters, they have such dominant top pressure. I think that is the key for one of them winning the fight.
Well, it's no doubt the key, but one of the things, if you were able to listen to the corner of Linton Vassell, one of the things I know about Linton, I referred him a lot, confidence. Sometimes he gets into a fight, he doesn't have the confidence that he should, and if things don't go right for him, he starts to lose that confidence, and it's just a downhill effect. And what you're seeing right now, this is what gives him confidence. The fact that he went that entire round, stopping everything that Ronny Marks wanted to do as far as reversals or submission attempts, and now taking him down again, getting into the top position, even though it was Ronny that initiated that takedown. This only makes Linton more difficult.
What it was, they both hit their hips at the same time, and Linton Vassell fought for the top position faster than Ronny Marks did.
Big elbow.
On the back, baby, you're on the back.
And John, that confidence that you talked about for Linton Vassell really moved to a whole new level. November 15th, 2019 in Israel when he beat Sergey Karatanov.
No doubt about it, because Sergey Karatanov, he's just a legend in this sport, especially as far as being just a brawling bruiser, a guy that just knocks people out. Linton had to fight the right fight to win, and he did everything perfectly in that fight. That was a huge turnaround point for him as a heavyweight.
Well, I think what we're seeing here as well is that he has found that his weight now is 240. This is comfortable for him. You're not spending your whole camp trying to get your weight down so you can make weight to get to the fight. He now can just train, eat every day, not have to worry about any other stress except just getting better in training every single day to be prepared for this fight. It's showing. I think just the domination from the top position he's showing right now on Ronny Marks, who is very good on the ground.
Yeah, he is. He's showing he has got that ability on the top position to be very heavy hips. You can't move him. Look, he is a freaking house. This guy is huge, and he is strong. And now he's going for that arm triangle choke. Didn't get it, but trying to get the submission on the Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Heavy shots from Linton Vassell. He's postured up. Dangerous spot if you're Ronny Marks. John talked about the corner and the instructions in between rounds. Some of you watching, we're in commercial break, but they said, act like you're relaxing, then boom, throw a hard shot. Right now, he's throwing hard shots.
That was a nice job. He had laced the arm behind the head at one point. Ronny got it free, but he is still in deep trouble. And that's a big man in mount at a heavyweight position. This is a horrible, horrible place to be.
90 seconds still on the clock here in round 2. Yves Levine
Getting close to being stopped.
Yep, he's on the knee. And it's all over! Linton Vassell with the victory! He finishes Ronny Marks in round number 2.
Big Swamp!
That confidence is everything with that man right there. We know he can fight. Everyone surrounding him knows he can fight, but he's got to believe in himself, and when he does, he's dangerous. Ronny Marks goes for the takedown here. Here's where you talked about they got into that position. You see, Linton starts to defend with what we call a 100% hold. They hit the ground, but it's Linton that ends up on top. That underhook on the arm got him in a position. When he turned his hips, he was able to get on top of Ronny Marks again and just started working from there. When he gets to that mount position, you do not want to have a 240-pound monster on top of you landing elbows and punches, Josh.
Yeah, what you saw there, the very first takedown, what it was is Ronny Marks thought he had the takedown. He relaxed for a second, and Linton Vassell didn't settle in. He said, no, I'm going to get on top, and he got to the top position.
2 straight at heavyweight for the Swarm. Our official decision for Linton Vassell's 9th Bellator win is coming up next.
Inside the Bellator cage, referee Yves Levine steps in to wave off the contest officially. 3 minutes, 37 seconds into round number 2. The winner by TKO, Linton, the Swarm Vassell.
3rd Bellator heavyweight fight, 2nd Bellator heavyweight win for Linton Vassell, who will visit with Big John.
They make you stand far away from me, that way you can't hurt me, okay? I appreciate that. Linton, that was a beautiful performance. You seemed to get better as you took the fight to the ground. Well, actually reversed it to get on top. When you stayed on top and you were doing damage, your confidence seemed to build in this fight. Is that what was happening in your head?
Oh yeah, I was a bit disappointed with my stand-up. Obviously I wanted to land a lot more than I did. But he took the fight to the ground. Obviously I reversed it, and yeah, my confidence just kept growing because he was breathing a little bit heavy, and when I was hitting him, he was grunting. So yeah, obviously, I had 2 of the best guys in my corner, 2 of my good friends as well, teammates, and you know, they were saying 10 punches, no less. You know, hitting with good 10 punches, the ref will stop it, and I think pretty much that's what happened.
What was the difference was when that fight was taken to the ground by either one of you, it was the scramble that you won both times to get in the top position. How important is for you? Because when you get in the top position, you are dominant and people do not move you. Now you're a house anyways, but they cannot move you. And that's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that could not move your position.
Yeah, that's exactly like when I take anyone down or vice versa, 9 times out of 10 they don't get back up. The fight's usually finished, or the time goes. But yeah, that's my bread and butter.
That's 2 in a row in the heavyweight division. Confidence is building. Who is it you want next?
Modowski. Want that rematch with Modowski, Valentin Modowski. You know who you are. We had that fight a couple years ago now. But yeah, I want that rematch.
Valentin Modowski would be a beautiful fight. Congratulations on an outstanding performance here tonight. 2-0 in the heavyweight division right now. Linton Vassell, back to you, Mike.